212. Something seems to be working-ish. Okay. I'm live. That's good. How do I... That's great, but where's the actual stream URL? Let's have a look. Can I just send them to... No? How do I send them to the stream then? Ooh, share your stream. There we go. Okay. Okay, so just faffing about with this thing. I've created kind of a gacha machine type thing, which is this little cube over here, and collectible items. So if I press G, it will spawn a random item. That's a coin. That's going to give me gold. It's a blue. It's called a blue gem, but it's just a sphere that's blue. A green one and another green one. And just collect these. Red one and a blue one and a blue one and another blue one. I'm just pressing G, moving out of the way, pressing G, collecting, moving out of the way, pressing G, collecting, and so on. Now at the moment we now have like 50 gold, so it's dropped 5 of the gold coins because they're worth 10 gold each. It's dropped 1 red gem because I've collected that, and 13 green gems, 10 blue gems, and no purple gems so far. I don't even know whether I've got purple gems actually on the instantiation thing, to be honest. I'll look into that a bit more later. But I've just been faffing about and creating the actual constructs of this gacha machine thing. So I added a cube with like a sort of a player control-ish type thing with really crude, rudimentary sort of main camera connection and stuff. And made a quick terrain, painted some random stuff onto it, and popped some stuff about. Now ideally I want to make it so that when you're within the vicinity of the gacha machine and press G, then it spawns one, but at the moment I've just got it, it's there and it spawns, so you could be anywhere. You could be all the way over here and just press G and it'll spawn one in so far away from the gacha machine. Now obviously this is a construct that can be dropped into different things. We can faff about and do it in different ways, so that's pretty cool. It's fairly straightforward. But yeah, so we've got that working okay. Again, the items are literally prefabs here, so I can literally duplicate the gacha item or whatever. In fact, let's not duplicate that gacha item. Let's literally just make a new item. Let's plonk a new item around. Let's zoom out a bit. Go over here. Let's stop the play. Let's move this over because initially it needs to be somewhere that's not too close to a wall, otherwise it'll create the thingy. Also my player could possibly be useful to not to do that. I just plonked him under the ground. I'll plonk him somewhere sort of here so he's by the gacha machine. Now I can plonk sort of like these wall things about the place and stuff as well. We'll do that and then rotate that. Let's actually change the axis a bit. Rotate this around sort of here. Let's change it back to the y-axis and move it a bit as well. Let's move it over here, move it over there. Just because it's there then. No particular reason, just because it is. I created some prefabs of different walls and stuff, so it kind of bangs into them and stuff, so it can't go through them. Just to allow for stuff like little bits of maze or something, or you can make dungeons and stuff with this or whatever. So there's quite a few different areas of stuff that can be done. It shouldn't be too much of a mad one. So that's normal. I'm going to stop that for a minute. Now, I was saying about creating things that can be instantiated from the gacha machine. We could say we want a silver coin, so we could make something similar to this, literally. So with this one I can duplicate that, so I control D, and then okay, hang on. What's you mean your microphone, or do you mean that Amazon's working? Oh, dear. Right, that was it. I was just about to make a silver coin. Silver coin, which is still called gold coin on the thing. Okay, I'm going to grab this and plonk it somewhere. Over here probably. Now I can faff about with the silver coin and go and get a material. Oh right, my straight. Okay. Now I'm going to duplicate the gold coin material, rename it to silver coin, and then change the actual colour one to like a greyish colour, light grey sort of thing, something like that. Now hopefully that will turn it into a silver coin when I drop it onto the actual silver coin prefab. Well, grey coin, I don't know. Okay, so that's there. Now I want to go to my prefabs again. I can delete this silver coin prefab and then literally take the silver coin and turn it into a prefab there again. So now I can add silver coin to the gacha machine. So if I go into the gacha machine itself and I go into its the gacha controller, and I can then say, okay, I don't just want gold coin, I'll have a public gacha item silver coin. Okay, with a semicolon to end the thing. Then we can add some silver coins, so I'll probably add like 2 silver coins in there. So it gives it 2 chances out of how many items there are. So how many items actually are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 out of 9 items could be a silver coin. So that's doing that. I'm having a nice row, I think, upstairs of some sort. Right, so now if I press play, I've already got a silver coin that I didn't want existing right this second, so let's get rid of that silver coin first. Right, so now if I press play and I look at my player, he's got 0 of just about everything there. So now if I press G to generate something, I have a gold coin, so we go bump. And G again, we end up with another gold coin, and G again, and G again, and G again, and G again. Another gold coin. I'm waiting for a silver coin to appear. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's going to be good. I didn't actually drop the silver coin in as a prefab, so that wouldn't work anyway. Okay, let's go to my gacha machine. See where the silver coin, it doesn't actually have a prefab, so I can just drag that prefab onto the silver coin prefab and then press play again. That'll be fine again, because otherwise just added some blank items there instead, and we'll start getting null exceptions otherwise. So let's press G. We have a green thingamadoodah. G again, we have a blue jar, and we have a silver coin, which at the moment is worth 10 gold again for some reason, because I haven't changed its setting here, so it says cost 10. Oh, we need it as fractional if I'm going to do silver as well as gold, purely because you could have like 5 silver coins equals 1 gold coin or something, if you know what I mean. So if we've got a fraction of gold, then we can say, okay, it's got a quarter of gold or a fifth of gold or something. So that's another thing what we can do, but just for now I'm just going to put it down as 2 of currency. It doesn't have to be gold as the currency, I'll just literally put it down as gold, but you know. So if I press G again, we end up with a red thing here. G again, we've got another silver coin. Now what I want to check is player. So he's got 12 now instead of 10. So basically it was a 2. I'll be back in a sec, I'll just go sort something out. Okay, just found out that the kids are going to see their nanny in Birkenhead or something. And they're going to a pantomime or something. So there's lots of screaming because they was getting ready and stuff. So it was lots of fun. Let's have a look. Where are we? So we've got the gold and the silver thing there. Presumably it would be an idea to go into the player controller and change his stat thing. Where are we? Rather than gold, I don't know. You could have gold and silver, I suppose, but that'd be a bit mad. I'm just calling it money. Change all the instances. Actually, yeah, controls. No, I'm just going to change it to money. Where's the thing that says gold? Where are we? Blah 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 blah. Add money. There we go. So it's kind of irrelevant. It just adds money. Gold will be worth like 10 money, and silver can be worth like 2 or 5 or whatever. Yeah. If we say silver's worth sort of like 6 or something, and then we can go down to bronze and other types of money. So different coins can be worth different amounts and stuff. Gems can also be technically worth some sort of money, I suppose, as well. Let's just save that so it does the whole money thing as opposed to gold. And then I'll press play on here. Now I'm going to click on the player, and we should have money instead of gold. So now if I do G to generate, let's carry on with this. We've got a gold coin, that gives us 10 money. The moment this is set to 2, so we now have 12 money. So it just depends on what you set. See, all of these items can have a value set to them. So you could have like, it adds money to you. So, or it could add different stats. So if I stop that for a second. Now, let's say we had it called a red gem. It adds 1 to your red gem for the moment. But let's say holding a red gem adds 10 to your HP or something. So it's like ups your maximum HP or something, I don't know. So I could do this. Because you'd want sort of like for health to be able to go down, you'd probably or possibly want to have max health as well. Yeah. And then at start, your health equals max health, just to give it something. So you could set your max health and then run, and then it kind of give you your health. So if I actually go into the thingy, we should have max health somewhere. I'm going to set max health to 10. And then when we run, it'll literally set the health to 10 as well, because that's the max health. So that's okay, so that's doable. Now if I do the whole collection of a red gem, it gives us a red gem, but also this dot max health plus equals where is it? We'll just do the whole get component cost again for a minute. I might need to put value on there rather than cost, because but that'll take whatever the number is in it and it'll add that much to your health, to your max health. 1 sec. Okay, and they're gone to Birkenhead now. Right, so where was I? I have no idea where I was. Let's have a look. We've got like silver coins, which at the moment give us 2, which could be changed. Yeah, we're not running, so I'll say that these give us 7 for now. Then let's drop a silver coin onto the thingy and make a rinse and repeat. We're gonna go to materials, duplicate that, call it bronze coin material, and change its colour to like an orangey sort of thing, I think, can it, for bronze? I don't know, quite darkish, I don't know, might look copperish, I don't know, but yeah. We'll give that a go and see what it does. It's not going to be amazing, but it'll do. It's whatever we call it. If we say it's bronze, it's bronze. So I'll drop that onto the actual item crap. Where are we? Onto the silver coin that's going to get renamed to bronze coin next. And given a price of 3. Now if I go to prefabs, I can grab this bronze coin and plonk that in the prefabs. What I might do is slightly order these a bit, so I'll go folder, items, and literally drag all the actual items that can be picked up, kind of thing, into the items folder. Create a folder for map assets, just so it's like walls and things like that. Can be broken down into smaller things as well later, but just for now I'm just going to do this to keep it nice and clear. Held item adding HP. Huh? Oh right, yeah. So yeah, I mean, each of these items could have their own stats that they add to anyway. And I'll say the dog wants to get out, I think, because he's randomly growling at nothing. Which I can't even see him. Oh, he's looking out. He's looking outside. 1 sec. There in the end. Okay, I think there's probably a bit of seriously, I think the dog's a bit bored. Right, so where are we? We've got that. Maybe make create another one folder for characters, and the player being a character. Gacha machine would be, I don't know. Mechanisms, no. Machines. Gacha machine being a machine. Alright, so now our prefabs are slightly more granulated. Now create folder currency. So bronze, silver and gold coin can go in currency. Create a folder called gems. All these gems, green gem, purple gem, red gem, blue gem, they can all go in the gems folder. Okay. So where are we? So yeah, at the moment it is technically a held item is giving us health. But then again, I think if we put down an item, then that means we need to make like a pick up and put down sort of script, so that when we do lower the amount of what's it, we end up with what's it. What I could do is, it's rather annoying. There's a couple of things I can do with this health thing, but I'll play about with that in a bit. The gacha item's just literally a basic prefab of nothingness really, because that's just one of those. But let's make a few new items. Let's get rid of this one out of the get rid of the bronze coin out of the what's it. Let's think up some more items. I'm going to make a new empty game object. At the moment that's just over here with no graphics whatsoever in it. We'll call that I don't know, amulet. It's an amulet of some sort. Okay, so we could literally now go and get our currency, grab our silver coin and plonk that on there, rotate that to 0, zoom in a bit. Okay, what else can we do? We can then duplicate, well, we'll rename the silver coin to be something else. Amulet main, then duplicate amulet main and pull that forward a bit. Okay, not good. Let's click away from it. We've got amulet main. Got amulet. Okay, I didn't duplicate it for some reason. Duplicate amulet main. There we go. Now move that forward a bit, and then give it a scale of 0.5. 0.5. Move it in a little bit more. Oh, not that far. Actually, yeah, if we do this and then give it a 0.3 of that, then I can literally center it on the other thing. So if I grab amulet main, plonk it inside amulet, and then that inside the amulet, go to amulet, and that's fine. Amulet main, Y of 0. This one has a Y of 0 position as well. Its X and its Z are different. Z of 1.2, X of 39. Technically, I think it's, let's do 0 for a second of X on this one as well. Just to kind of, whoops. Oh, transform, there we go, I lost the transform for a second then. Let's have a look. So now it's actually in there. Now I want to have a look at it from the top view. I'm already looking at it from top view, sorry. Let's have a look, zoom in a bit. So it's kind of got like a roundish bit and a flat bit. Now the roundish bit I can change colour of. So let's say we do materials. So gold material amulet 2. It kind of gives it a little something else to it, I suppose. So now we've got an amulet, which you know. Yeah, so that's that. Now the amulet might have a base to it as well, actually, so we could like grab the amulet, create a cube. Let's scale on the X to be about that big, the Y down to about that big, the Z bring it in to about there. Now we'll move this over to here. Well, actually, if I literally plonk it in the amulet and 0 it out, reset, no, Oh, no, that actually reset it to its 0. Well, how can it be a 0 on the what's it though? Shouldn't that be relative? Let's just move it over here then. That's a bit weird. So let's resize it again, sorry. Let's go in about there. In about there. I think we'll just do 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and then lower it down. I think I'll do a front view from that. Is that front? There we go. Lower that down to the ground sort of thing. Then grab the other two parts and higher them up. And now from the top again, let's have a look. Is that in centre-ish? Yeah, that's fine. So now the amulet has this bit, so I need to actually give that a colour. I might just give that a bronze colour for the cube. Yeah, that looks really awful. Let's have a look at it as a brick. A little brick one. This one. Yeah, that'll do. It's quite basic sort of thing, but it's fine. So now the amulet actually is an object, as opposed to sort of what's it now? We can actually now put our script. Well, actually, let's yeah, we can now put our script on this. So we're going to assets, scripts, capture item, plonk it on amulet. Now if I look at amulet, it's got a item there. Don't want it to be consumable. See, you could have it like as a stat item or something, perhaps. In fact, I can make a subclass of gacha item. Can I create subclass? How do I do that now? It doesn't have the option to do that, but what I can do is just make a new script. Stat item. I don't know whether to do it that way. I'm just going to leave it as gacha item for now. We can granulate it later. I'll just keep that there as something that can be faffed about with. But at the moment, amulet is another gacha item that has a cost, a power. So power would be what it gives you on a stat. So whatever that stat happens to be. So let's say it adds 10 to whatever it adds to. Name, health, amulet. Yeah, so this is actually a health amulet. Let's give it a cost of 20 coin as well. Now I'll add this to the prefabs. Where's prefabs, and items, and create a folder for stat items. So in stat items, I'm going to grab the amulet and plonk that there. We now have a amulet stat item. Oh, right. Although it's kind of lagging on my end, it's sort of probably about 30 to 40 seconds between stuff. So I don't know. All right. Well, we'll delete the amulet anyway because that's fine. Now I'm going to add an amulet to the actual things. Where are we? We want the gacha controller. Public gacha item amulet. Dot add amulet. Yeah, I got that off on your text on the thingy, by the way. But yeah. So. Like I say, not this isn't that important. This is just me faffing about with the stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't and stuff. Anyway, it's just might give you an idea of what to do with the software and stuff. Oh right, okay. Right, so I think after 12 tricks that'll be on it. Okay, it's not a problem. Where was I? So I've added that, and now I need to actually go to the gacha machine and see where we've got amulet. I need to grab this and pop it on there. Yeah, okay. Right. Right, so okay, I'm going to try this now. Let's press play. Now I'm going to have a little walkabout. I think I've moved the camera a bit weird there. That was a bit strange. Let's press G, and we have a silver coin. That's a start off. I just want to see that. Now the amulet doesn't actually technically do anything. I haven't done the bits and pieces that kind of make it do things. I just want to see it actually appear. In fact, if I just keep pressing, oh, you had an amulet. The amulet's in the ground. That doesn't look like it's at 0 position, does it? Really? That's in a weird, strange position, and I've managed to take the top bit of it, but not the bottom bit. Okay, that's a bit weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fiddle about with that. That's a bit strange, really, isn't it? Oh, I know what the problem is, I think. Let's delete that for a second. Let's stop that. I need to add the collider to the actual thing itself. If I go into it and go like this, box collider goes, and sphere collider goes, and sphere collider goes, and I go here, and let's add a box collider covering the thing itself. Let's take a look at that now. Its height is a bit weird, so I think I need to change the height of all of these. So I did boom, boom. So if I go to amulet, dum, 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 and raise these to about there. Now let's delete that one and plonk that in as a prefab again. Right. Okay. Now I've got to check the capture machine to make sure it's missing the amulet again now because I deleted it and remade it. So that's fine. Let's delete the amulet from the thing. Let's leave the gacha machine running and doing its thing. I might have to faff about with the camera a bit, put a look on it, because that's gone a bit weird. Alright, but other than that, I'll kind of figure it out. Let's go G. That's fine. Keep going G until we hit. There we go. We have an amulet thing that seems to. Do you reckon it might help if I make it into a trigger rather than a collider? Okay, now G, nodes, and now we have an amulet. Let's collect all those, and now collect the amulet. I can't collect the amulet. Why can I not collect the amulet? Okay. is trigger. So what inside it is not trigger? Let's actually delete these, remove these colliders in a sec now. Okay, I'll deal with the colliders. Sorry about that, just somebody at the door. Now I want to get rid of the colliders completely, I think, because it's kind of going okay, it's doing that. So let's remove component, and remove the box collider component as well. Now if I press play, hopefully we should finally be there now. It's been quite a bit of a bottom bashing G. Still none. Okay, that's just taking the pay. Seriously. I'm going to grab most of those out of the way. Oh, there we go, we finally got one. And I can walk through it. That's fine, that's actually normal. So if I walk through that, it's not of the type of anything that we've got on our list, so that's fine. I've just realised, yeah, I've got it completely untagged, so it's not collectible and it's not a currency, but if I make it collectible, actually I've got to make this particular one collectible. Initially it'll trigger that it's collectible. So let's have a look at the console. It hasn't got any of conditional for this particular name. Now, health amulet. So now, copy this. Let's stop that. I've got to actually give it something to do. So, player controller. If it's collectible and its name is health amulet, instead of adding something to one of the gems or whatever, we literally just add to the health. Max health, and also this dot health equals max health. Or actually no, we'd want it to just add to the max health, and then we need to heal to actually gain that health, really, wouldn't we? Right, so if we're doing that, we will probably want to not do by 1, we'd want it to plus by the actual power. So instead of cost, if I go here, copy this and bring it down, max health is actually going to be added power, so whatever the power is, and we won't add so since it's a held item, it will need to be like this dot amulet of health plus equals 1. I could do just plus plus. So I need to actually add an amulet of health to the thing. Now I'll probably just make a big array of different items that you could have, so it's just like adds 1 to whatever that item is on whatever your list. So that'll be normalish. But yeah, let's just make a public int amulet of health. So that's fairly straightforward. Again, I'm not making a super amulet of health. Why is it not there? AMUL. Okay, that was a bit weird. Amulet of health. Amulet of health. There we go. So we've got added one to the health, and we have an amulet of health. So that's adding it, whatever power it is, to it. Okay. So then we could actually make several different things, like I could add, where are we? Void discard item. String name. Okay, so when we discard item, we do like switch name. No? Is that? It's expecting a... I'm sure that's how you do it, switch on name. I'm going to double check switch statements in C#. Switch keyword, where are we? Microsoft Docs. Blah, blah, blah. Switch case. Oh, okay. No, I'm Major League. I just had to actually put that in parentheses as to what we're switching on. Okay. So we've got that, then we do our cases, so we don't need a semicolon at the end of that. That's insane. So case, I wonder if we can do that. Is that normal? I don't know what the overloads are for being able to do cases, but let's say amulet. Or is it health amulet or amulet of health that I called it again? Let's have a quick look at the yeah, I know it's going to moment because I've half done something, but let's take a look at the amulet. Its name is health amulet, so copy that. So if name is health amulet, can it do that? No, that's fine, that's irrelevant. Break. Okay, so yeah, we can do that. So I'm just going to literally copy and paste that a few times so that we can change. What other things could we possibly discard? Oh, hold on. Attack amulet. I might give these better names in a bit, but I'm just going to faff about with this a bit. Defense, no. Defense amulet. We've got an attack amulet, defense amulet, mana amulet or something. I don't know, MP. So I think that'll do for now. And then default. We'll just literally break and fall out. I'm just going to sort that dog out in a sec. Okay, and save that for a second. I'll be back in a second. Go a bit forward. So. Right, okay, I've now got the dog on my lap, because he's kind of being a bit special at the moment. So I'm just going to continue anyway. He's just sort of like looking at me as if I'm mad. Thinks I'm talking to myself. Right, where were we? So, what's that mind about now? Player controller contains... No, that's fine, it's sorted now. Right, so now in the player... we have the ability to add amulets and stuff. We have Amulet of Health, which I should have actually called Health Amulet. Doesn't matter. So let's just play, and I think the dog's decided that the headphones are good to eat. Right. Let's have a look at this again now. I'm just going to start button bashing a G until we get an amulet. There we go. So let's get these out. Oh, I've just collected everything. But now I've collected thingy. My current health is 10, but now it's up my max health to 20, and I have 1 amulet of health. So if I keep doing this for a second and get those again, we now have 2 amulets of health, and I now have 30 health max. So it kind of knows that I'm holding those. Now I haven't actually created a way of discarding anything just yet. All I've done is I've created this to say, okay, if it's health amulet, break. So now amulet of health minus equals 1. So we'll probably have to do if amulet of health greater than or equal to 1, we can do this. Okay, so to discard an item we have to put its name in there, so I've got to fiddle about with that. We could have it, so there's loads of different ways of doing this I suppose, but when we've got an actual UI interface, I'll be able to click on the health amulet and say discard it, and it'll call this, for instance. But right this second, we'll do a discard item based upon me pressing a button again, just for now. So we need the update. Start. This is the player controller. So whenever I press a button. Yeah, so in my update, if input dot get key down, key code dot h, why not? Then we're gonna call discard item, which I shouldn't have done in a small letter as the first thing. That's out of sorts a little bit there, isn't it? So let's put a capital there, bring it up here and do the same here. Discard item, and just literally hard code health amulet into it, just so that we can test that it does what I want it to do when it's in the correct situation. So we can do that. So let's do this and stop this for a second and then press play again once it's stopped. There we go. Now I'm going to just generate a load of these. Hopefully there's a health amulet or two. Let's go here. Health amulet, we've got 3 health amulets, so when I press H, it doesn't do nothing. Okay, have I called it something else? Why is that? Let's have a look at this. Discard item, string name, health amulet. If health amulet is, oops, less than, greater than or equal to 1, that might help. Oh dear, dog wants to get down off my lap now. Okay, you can get down, but no barking. Come on, good boy. Okay, where was I now? So I'm going to press play again. Nice little typo there. Less than instead of greater than. Great stuff. G. Oh, we have amulets of health. There we go. So now we've got 1 amulet of health. So when I press H, it goes to 0. If I press H again, it doesn't go to any minuses. It's just there, and it's fine. So it can't remove anything if it's got less than 1. So that's how we can actually do some more G's and see if we can grab some more of these. Just go cycle on G pressing and then go forward and get the damn things. Now I'm going to have a look. I've got 123 gold, I've got 10 health and 40 max health and 2 amulet of health. So now if I press H, I can get rid of one of them. And press H again, I can get rid of the other one. I keep pressing H and it's not getting rid of the 0, that's fine. So we actually have a way of dropping and discarding items in a way, to an extent. So we can play about with that. There's a lot of different things that can be added or removed from this and played about with to refactor, and now the dog wants to get out of the room again. Now, I'll be back in a second once I've dealt with the dog. Okay, I'll let him out of the room and then he decided he wanted to come straight back in. Right, where were we? So we created a way of adding and removing stuff. This gacha machine doesn't look like much really at the moment, does it? Okay. We could do it on collision thing where it runs the gacha machine script or something like that as well. That's another option. Yeah. And we have the dog barking again. I've been going at this for about an hour now and it's just getting a bit silly. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, I'm going to end the stream there. I'm going to grab something to eat and then I'll start another stream in a bit. Anybody who watched this video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll do some more updates on this random thing. This is just me literally messing about with Unity, trying to figure out how to use the damn thing properly. When I say properly, I'm just playing with it, to be fair. I'm not really a C# programmer, so I'm kind of learning bits of C# as I go as well. It's similar-ish to Java and a little bit of similarities to C++, so the fact that I can do stuff in Java to an extent and fairly okay at C++, kind of means I can sort of figure out what to do in these situations. Like with the switch case statement, I didn't know that I had to do that, for instance, in this particular language. So I just looked it up. I went straight to the C# reference for that and had a look how to do it, basically. So it's fairly straightforward to kind of look through, and they've got a lot of nice documentation on the Microsoft's website. So it's fairly easy enough if you really do need to kind of look at things. So that's what I tend to do when I'm looking things up. Saves lots of messing. I'm just going to plonk that back up here. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.